Hey guys, okay, so I thought it would be real handy for you guys to do a video on on makeup and the mistakes that we make because often people learn from their mistakes, and there's a lot of things that mistakes people make and they don't even know that they're doing them. So I thought I would do one part what's from a makeup artist point of view, things that you should never do to your clients or if you're working on someone else, and then one's for personal, so for those of you at home who don't necessarily do makeup on anybody else but yourself, then here's maybe some mistakes that you guys are making and things that you might want to learn from. So we'll get started. So from this, the first part's going to be from an artist, makeup artist point of view to other makeup artists. Always cape your client. So often people will be wearing clothes that are expensive, or even if they're not expensive, they like them and their clothes and stuff. And clothes are important to people, so you don't want to get makeup product on their clothes and stuff because it's not professional and it's not clean, and for hygiene reasons you should never do it. So always cape your client. And also, if you're a hairstylist as well as a makeup artist, then between, say if you were to do someone's hair and then you were to do their makeup, always sanitize your hands between touching their hair and doing their makeup. And the same goes if you're going to go into their makeup, make sure their hair's off their face, not in somewhere where you need to keep brushing it, because then you should sanitize your hands if you're going to keep doing that. So always sanitize your hands if you're touching hair and then touching a client's face, or vice versa. And also, always clean your brushes in between clients. So if you're working on someone and your brushes are dirty, make sure you clean them before you go on to the next client, because this could cross-contaminate and this could spread on germs to the next person. And also, it's just not clean. And yeah, just always clean your brushes between clients and afterwards, for that matter. And also, when you do mascara, when you put on people's mascara, people will either use the brush on the actual mascara brush that it comes with. You should never ever do this because it's so bad and so unhygienic. It's not even funny. So get some disposables, and if you're gonna put the makeup disposable brush in, pull it out and then do someone's eye. If you're going to put it back in, make sure you wash it before you put it back in, or you just grab another disposable brush. So always wash it if you're between putting it back into the pot. So yeah, so just clean your mascara brush between putting it in the pot, basically. Also, huge mistake that makeup artists make is not turning their phone off. Often makeup artists just think it's okay to just talk on the phone while you're doing a person's client, doing someone else's makeup, but you shouldn't do this. It's a big no-no, and it's really unprofessional, and you want the client to feel like it's all about them, so you shouldn't be having a conversation on your phone. So turn it off if you're working on a client, and you can pick it up afterwards. You can deal with anything afterwards. Also, in the way of prices and stuff, always quote before you do the work and then invoice afterwards. So if you're going to give them a quote, say if it was something makeup or something, and you're yes, it will be $160, and then afterwards you invoice them, because if you run overtime or if something happens, you have to pick up something for them, if suddenly they're oh, I want false eyelash, you're oh, okay, then you have to add that in on the invoice. So just let them know that the quote's going to change or something like that, but in the invoice you can explain everything to the price as to why it might have changed or something like that. Always give your clients a business card. You want them to have a number to ring you again on, because they might have some more things that they need their makeup doing or their hair doing for. So make sure you leave them a business card so that they can keep in touch with you. And also rebook your client, and if you need to, if you did a haircut and they need another haircut in 6 weeks, say, then make sure you book them in, and make sure you remind them, make sure you ring them up before, and give them a reminder that they've booked in and that you're going to be needing you. So that's the first bit. So that's for the makeup artist, and now this is just a little one that makeup artists can use as well, of course. So if you're doing other people's makeup, then you want to know this too. But also if you're just doing your own makeup, if you just want to learn yourself. So for personal reasons, always clean your brushes, and you should be doing this if you're a makeup artist as well. But always clean your brushes, because you don't want to if you keep putting foundation on with the same brush that's not clean, then it will clog up your skin, and it will just And the same goes with eye brushes as well, and mascara brushes. Like, it'll just clog up and it'll just keep, like, it's really bad for your skin and really bad for your face. So you want to take good care of your face by always cleaning your brushes. Also, a huge mistake that people make in general, just so many people do it, is colour matching. They have, like, some people just have the worst taste when it comes to colours. So when it comes to foundation, if you're going to buy a foundation and you can see it when you put it on, if you can see the foundation, it's not the right colour. Make sure when you're buying foundation that you use a colour that you can't see. If you can't see it, it's the right colour. That's the rule I always follow. And, you know, you see people with like big orange lines here and it's just like, oh my god, you know, they so fully didn't choose the right foundation. So also, with eye colours as well, like brown eye colours, green eyes, blue eyes, like, you know, people they choose eyeshadows sometimes that really just don't suit their eye colour. So you want to make sure, like, if you've got brown eyes, then purples suit you, and if you've got green eyes, then like oranges and really like vibrant colours suit you, and then if you've got blue eyes, like browns and golds and dark blues and stuff kind of suit, and also with brown eyes, like goldies and brownies suit as well. So I'll go into a little bit more depth with that with my tutorials, but yeah, that's a big one. You know, people choose, if they've got really red eyes, they seem to go for like pink eyeshadows, and you just shouldn't do that. You shouldn't be putting like any more red around your eyes. And if they've got a really red face, you know, they'll choose like really red blushes and stuff. You just want to avoid anything that's going to clash. It's just like picking out clothes, but instead it's makeup. Also, people forget to blend their foundation into like their hairline, like into here and into like this bit here, so you can kind of like see the line of where the foundation is if you haven't chosen the right color. So sometimes, you know, people just forget to blend, so you can sort of see it and stuff. So make sure you always blend like down here and into here and into here. Also, people make the mistake of filling in their eyebrows too much with an eyebrow pencil. Like, it just looks nasty. Like, you can actually see the pencil and it's just too much. So just keep it light, keep it feathered sort of look on your eyebrows. And you can always put some gel in if you want to keep it sort of like manicured and straight. Oh, sorry. Also, people with really open pores like me, mousse products don't work all that good for people with open pores, because the mousse kind of like sticks into their pores and you can see it, and it just looks really bad and it just clogs your pores up. So you want to avoid that with people with big pores. And also with cream products like cream foundations and stuff like that, you want to apply it with a sponge, and don't apply it with a brush, because a brush will leave like marks and streaks. So if it's a cream foundation, then you want to just like blot it on with a sponge. And the same goes with the powder over it. You don't want to put the cream foundation on and then get a powder and put it in and then put it on your face. You want to use a sponge for the powder as well. Also, people forget to set their foundation with a powder, so make sure you always set your foundation with powder to stop it from running and to leave it on, make it last for longer. Never ever use foundation on your eyes. It's a big mistake. Your eyes are a real delicate area, and you always want to use concealers or primers that are formulated for your eyes, so make sure you always do that. Also, use primers on your lip if you're using like a really red colour, because it's going to stain your lips and it's going to be harder to take off at the end of it. So always use a lip primer on your lip, or a balm or something that goes underneath. Also, people, when they're cleansing their face, they cleanse all here, but then they forget to like cleanse their neck. So like, make sure you cleanse your neck and just get off all the makeup and all the sort of like stuff that's run down in the day, and just like, and it helps with aging too, because like people sometimes they forget to moisturize down there as well, so they have like a really beautiful young looking face when they're older, and then they have this like really wrinkly neck, so you don't want that to happen. So make sure you always moisturize your neck and cleanse. So I'll do a blog about this, so you guys have a list of like makeups to mistakes that you shouldn't be making, so you guys have a list so you can follow it and stuff. So I'll put a link in the sidebar on my blog. And yeah, and I hope it helped, and I hope you guys enjoy the video and listening to what I had to say about the mistakes that you're making. So I hope you guys don't make any more mistakes, and I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll see you later. Bye bye. See you later.